Yo, what's up, guys? So this is quite late actually. So as soon as this video becomes a day old, I'll usually make my next video. I do these Godzilla reviews once every most people would say 2 days, since I film a Godzilla review, then the next day after that review I don't film a Godzilla review because I take a break, and then I film one the next day. So yeah, most people would say that's 2 days, but accurately on YouTube it comes as 1 day, or approximately 1 day 15 hours anyways. But anyways, that's not important. Today we're going to be focusing on a very common topic, and that is the Godzilla movies again, and something very specific. I'm going to be talking about the ones that are you must watch now. So basically, as you can tell by the title, this is the most rewatchable Godzilla movies to come. Like, nothing can beat them. And there's one on there that's basically unbeatable. Or two, actually. Two on there that are unbeatable. And, Newt Newt, by the way. Anyways, yeah, that was Pingu, I know. And I was just bored, so I put that there, okay? So comment down below what your most rewatchable Godzilla films are. Sorry, I couldn't speak that time. So comment down below your most rewatchable Godzilla films. And yeah, I think we're almost ready. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Because you know. So yeah, Godzilla's a series I've loved for approximately 2 years now. And the characters are enjoyable, the story, the action, which is why I'm making these Godzilla reviews now. And this Godzilla review thing might last a couple of months until I find some stuff to do, because I don't really know what to film at the moment. Because back in 2021, my 2021 videos aren't recommendable, by the way, because they're not very good, because I was new. But anyways, back in 2021, I recorded a lot of videos, and now I'm a lot slower with the filming. Anyways, you guys are about to figure out, in my opinion, what the most rewatchable Godzilla films are to date. And, yeah, I'd say these are some really good movies. There's a lot of rewatchable Godzilla films, actually, a lot. And when I say a lot, yes, I mean a lot. The first one had to be Godzilla, man. This is one of the unbeatable ones I was talking about. The characters, like, I'm actually really patient when Godzilla's not on screen, because the characters are fun. I can wait. I'm patient enough to wait for Godzilla to come back onto the screen. It's dark. It's a horror film technically. It contains some very dark scenes, and not to mention it's a black and white film. The film that started it all. You can't go wrong with that. I mean, Gamera kind of did. It could have been a lot better, but Godzilla did it perfectly, and so did King Kong, not gonna lie. And yeah, this is my favourite film of all time. It's gonna stay as my favourite film of all time. Nothing beats it. It did well in the box office. I personally prefer it a lot better to films like Godzilla vs. Kong, some of the later Showa films. I prefer it to Godzilla King of the Monsters, 2014. This definitely slams all the MonsterVerse films. And yeah, it's very adventurous, it's very fun. Every scene is stressful. For a film made in 1954, the human acting is actually really good. They know how to make sad impressions, and I personally think it's really nice. This is my favourite film of all time, without a doubt. And this is the other unbeatable one I was talking about. Godzilla vs. Destroyer is my second favourite film of all time. Yes, my top 5 is mostly Godzilla. This is my second favourite film of all time. Best villain by far. Burning has a great design, all the colour. Like Godzilla, it has a lot of stressful and dark scenes. We are introduced to baby Godzilla's biggest farm, known as the Godzilla Junior Junior. I just like to call it Junior Junior, okay? And, yeah, this film, a straight 10 out of 10. They make some good designs. They know how to end Heisei perfectly. It just sucks that Burning died in the end. A lot will disagree, but I controversially think that Godzilla vs. Destroyer is sadder than Godzilla. And it wouldn't have been if it wasn't for Godzilla's death. Godzilla's death is so sad, and it's very memorable too. And if that death never happened, then yes, I would have found Godzilla sadder. But hey, the sad death, you know. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2, a lot of people, it's very between. A lot of people love the film, but also don't like the film. And it was also on my underrated list. This film is top tier, in my opinion. I love this movie. Mechagodzilla has a cool design. We're introduced to Baby Godzilla. I wouldn't really say he's cute, but he's still nice. He was cuter in 1994 and 1995. But anyways, this film was epic. This film contained a lot going on. Rodan being in the film was cool. The story was cool. We were introduced to Birth Island, which is why we've got Birth Island in Kaiju Universe. Yeah, this film's definitely a top tier and recommended one. This is such a good film. I don't know why people don't like it. The action is incredible. It's unbeatable. It's just so much fun to explore. And Godzilla's designs are getting better each time, because I wasn't a big fan of his design in 1984. It looked kind of odd. And in Godzilla vs. Biollante, there was a little pointy bit on the top of his head, which I couldn't really get over. But this was the film where his design got a lot better, and it was also the first Heisei film where he became a hero. A lot are gonna disagree with this one. Well, actually, it's kind of between. A lot of people adore this film, but I bet they wouldn't call it the most rewatchable. King Kong vs. Godzilla, the old 1962 version, is on this list, and this may be controversial as well. Yes, I know. It's the first film of color. It's nostalgic. Seeing King Kong meet Godzilla already, what a delivery. And I just feel like Kong's design is really cool. I don't even know why. And we got Godzilla 2. I love Godzilla's new design, his little eyes. It's so cute, to be honest. Yeah, this film is nice. I like it. And you want to know why I prefer it to Godzilla vs. Kong? Simply because the characters are enjoyable, the scenes are funny, and the final fight is probably one of my favourite experiences I've had. Maybe the final fight in this one wasn't as good as Godzilla vs. Kong, but the movie overall was still better than Godzilla vs. Kong, in my opinion, which a lot of people are going to disagree with. This was a great film. And yeah, it was also the second Showa film I ever watched after Son of Godzilla. Yeah, Son of Godzilla was my first Showa film. But like I said, I don't watch it in order. It went Son of Godzilla, King Kong vs. Godzilla, then it went Godzilla, then it basically just went the rest of the Showa films. But yeah, as I was saying, great movie, very rewatchable. I love it. I think the action's fun. Like, Kong becoming electrical and just destroying Godzilla for the next 2 minutes was pretty cool to see. And the fact that there was a very cool design of Godzilla where he clapped his hands all the time. It was really funny and cute. I liked it. Anyways, Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, I just decided to put its beginning letters because it was such a long name, so I wrote it for short. Why is this film on the most rewatchable list, you may be asking? First of all, I definitely prefer this to Mothra vs. Godzilla. I still like Mothra vs. Godzilla, but this film's better. But the introduction to King Ghidorah was incredible. Yet again, goofy designs that I love. Mothra communicating with Godzilla and Rodan. The scene where Godzilla was dancing with Rodan, and the scene where Rodan took Godzilla into the sky and threw him into a pylon. Yeah, there's so many memorable stuff about this film. Cool characters, goofy kaijus. This film is absolutely fantastic. I really like this film. The designs are really funny, and I'd say Godzilla was improving at this point, and this was the first film where Godzilla became a hero, because in Godzilla again, King Kong vs. Godzilla, and Mothra vs. Godzilla, he wasn't very friendly. Anyways, moving on to Son of Godzilla. Wow, a lot of people are going to hate me for this. A lot of people don't like this film. No reason why. This film's so heartwarming. It has the second best ending. Having new villains for a change was cool. Manila is adorable. Yeah, debate me if you like, if you disagree with that. This film's top tier. I respect it for being my first Showa film. I respect it for the really bad acting, but the really fun characters. This film had my favourite characters by far. Maybe not my favourite, but definitely one of my favourite. And yeah, the acting may have sucked, but I loved it anyway. It was so funny to watch on like in Gamera vs. Sigra. And yeah, this film was incredible. And that one scene where Manila was playing around with Godzilla's tail, and the other scene where Godzilla taught Manila to use the atomic beam. All of that was so funny to watch. It was entertaining. It was cute. I loved it. And not to mention, a lot are going to hate me for this as well, but I really like the spider, Kamunga. Moving on to Return of Godzilla. This film, like Godzilla, has a few dark scenes. The deaths, well, the beginning death, like the first death in the film, was pretty terrifying. The rest of it was just Godzilla rampaging through a city. Why is it rewatchable? Because it reminds me of the original film. They have similar messages. Like, this one's still nowhere near as good as Godzilla, but it definitely delivers. It's fun, it's epic, it contains a lot of cool scenes. And yeah, this is a movie I haven't talked about a lot on my Godzilla reviews. This is probably my first time mentioning it. But yeah, although the Godzilla design is just okay, it still looks scary, and yeah, every scene is cool. We also get introduced to the Super X. Pretty cool addition, not gonna lie. Which is why we got the Super X and Godzilla PS4. And yeah, this film is lovely. Godzilla had a scary threat. Like, in Godzilla, no, not Godzilla, in Terror Mechagodzilla, Godzilla was still being that hero, and as soon as he returned, he had the mood in killing everyone again and destroying cities. But yeah, this is one unique movie. I just really like it. It delivers a lot of cool scenes. It's back to being a movie of just Godzilla, but I can get over it. And if you're starting a new era, maybe that's the best thing to do. Oh my gosh, a lot of you are probably expecting me to say GMK near the start. Don't worry, GMK's on the list, don't worry. Yeah, this one's nice. I like GMK. I have a lot to say about GMK. First of all, Godzilla's design is epic. I love his little possessed Herobrine eyes. The characters are really cool. I don't know why I love the characters so much. I'm really glad they decided to bring Baragon back, because I missed Baragon so much. I was like, come on, Baragon deserves to come back. He's such a cute little kaiju. And then he did come back. Yay! And then we got Mothra, who was a beautiful new design. And then we got King Ghidorah. Yeah, it may have been quite confusing for King Ghidorah, really. His design was epic, but did we want him to be a hero again? Nah, not really, but they managed to make it work. This film is still so rewatchable. Godzilla being the villain for a new change is nice. I feel like it had something to do with Godzilla and the gods that made him become a villain. Yeah, as soon as I saw the fight with Godzilla and Baragon, I was already bouncing off the sofa because I was having fun. Every scene was action-packed and fun, and as soon as Mothra hatched to come join in the fight, it was so incredible. Like, the fact that Mothra was and Godzilla were just playing around and fighting with each other the whole night was very cool. And as soon as Ghidorah arrived, it looked quite hard to tell, because then Godzilla and Mothra just looked at him like King Ghidorah was going to be the villain. And then all of a sudden Mothra's like, Godzilla, I'm going to team with him. And yeah, it's basically them both teaming on Godzilla. However, Mothra dies, and Godzilla also kills Ghidorah. That's something that's really confusing when people call GMK weak. Because from what I heard, he's the only one that can kill a Ghidorah. Well, no, he's not actually. Every Godzilla's managed to kill a Ghidorah. But he took the quickest. And yeah, it might just be because of the plot of a villain, though. Anyways, a lot will disagree with this one. Not many people actually enjoy this one. Maybe that's not true actually. A lot of people like the film. However, it doesn't. They will probably be thinking, nah, this film doesn't deserve to be on the most rewatchable. It should be Toho films. Yeah, I agree. Toho's a lot better than Legendary Productions. But GVK is so rewatchable for many reasons. Now, I will admit, I prefer Godzilla King of the Monsters and Godzilla vs. Destroyer and Godzilla and all that. This one's still not the best. However, you'll probably be confused. How come if I prefer Godzilla King of the Monsters, that's not on the list, but this is? Well, the action in GVK is cool, even though the action in King of the Monsters is better, but something that makes Godzilla vs. Kong just about take Godzilla King of the Monsters on rewatchable is the fact that the humans are so much better. Like, there are still some humans I dislike and find pretty annoying. However, Bernie was a cool character. Yet again, though I wasn't a very big fan of Madison Russell, I feel like she was better in other stuff like Enola Holmes and Stranger Things, like I said last video. But yeah, I'd say it was really cool. Mecha Godzilla appearing, maybe not many people wanted it, but hey, it was pretty cool. And I will admit, Godzilla vs. Kong has some very, very cool logos, like thumbnails or profile pictures, whatever they're called, to get people to come to watch their movie. And yeah, I'd say it was a pretty cool thumbnail that would get people to come watch it. The action is top tier, not as good as King of the Monsters, but yeah, I'd say Godzilla vs. Kong's my least favourite out of the three MonsterVerses. Well, it's very close between this film and Godzilla 2014. Maybe my second favourite, I don't know. I definitely don't like it as much as Kong Skull Island, and not as much as Godzilla King of the Monsters. However, I can't decide between it and Godzilla 2014. But anyways, out of all the ones I mentioned, what's the most rewatchable once and for all? I know I already said earlier, but Godzilla is the most rewatchable if you're looking for a story and nostalgia. Well, Godzilla vs. Destroyer is definitely the most rewatchable, with cool action and fights, and I even decided to give it a point over Godzilla for emotion. Yet again, that is debatable. It's just Godzilla's death is a lot sadder than the one that in Godzilla, because it didn't contain sad music. It didn't contain... Well, actually, no, there was something that both Godzillas contained in their death scenes. They both contained their final roar. And that was really nice. And like, Godzilla's roar in the original movie was incredible, and the burning Godzilla roar is also really cool. No one as good as Godzilla, but it's still nice. Anyways, thank you for watching. I was having a bit of trouble speaking today because, yeah, this was a long video. Kind of stressful to make a video this long. Even though it's kind of the same long as some of my other videos, but still, whatever. Anyways, thank you for watching. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Comment down below your list as always. And have a nice day. Thank you for watching today's video. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.